For behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Some people believe this passage is saying that since God will wipe away all tears, he would have to wipe away everything that's caused you that sorrow. So God will wipe away those memories. Also, they struggle with the idea, how can you enjoy heaven when you know one of your family members went to hell? So they say, God wipes away all your memories, even the memories of your family. Also, you wouldn't even remember your family. You wouldn't even know your family anymore. So also, you wouldn't remember anyone, not even your friends. You wouldn't even able to recognize each other in heaven. So they conclude that once you get to heaven, the memories that you accumulate here on earth will be vanished and be wiped away, vanquished and be wiped away. But what is it really saying? What is this passage really saying? What it says, the verse says here, I create a new heaven, new heavens, and a new earth. So for something to be old, something to be new, there has to be something that was old. So it's talking to something that was prior to creating the new heavens and new earth. So it's the state that the old world was in prior to this happening, prior to God creating a new heaven and new earth. So what about the earth passed away? What about the earth that will not be remembered anymore? So if you back up one verse, we see it's the troubles of the past that will be forgotten. It's saying the pain from all the afflictions in your life and persecution by evil men will no longer have effect. Why? Because life as we knew it and all the evil that was in the world would be dealt with, and it will be done away with, be gone, no more. So at the end of the time, after the final judgment, the final enemy will be destroyed, which is death. 1 Corinthians 15:26. There will be no more dying. All effects of sin that it had on us will be done away with. Death was a result of sin. We were punished for sin by death. So death will be no longer. So when we are resurrected to live in God's kingdom, um, we will be purified and our bodies immortal. Remember when God said, "I will create a new heavens and new earth," it means that God is rejuvenating the earth, setting back before the fall, where there is no sin, no crying, no pain, no death. God will wipe every tear, Revelation 21:4 says. All the hang ups of this life, all the frailty of your body, all the troubles of this life will be gone, and we'll be forevermore with God in the kingdom. So that's what it's saying. That's what it's saying will be forgotten, the troubles that were in this world. But so we're saying, so it's saying that it's not to our memories. All of our memories will be forgotten, but the things the evil that was in this world, the past life that was on the earth will be no more. So we will be able to recognize each other. So where in the Bible can we see evidence that we keep our identities and we'll be able to recognize each other? Well, we can look at Matthew 19:28, that the apostles would sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Matthew 19:27-28, then answers Peter, said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So you see, they were to keep their identities and memories because they were specifically were sought after and appointed for a specific task to be judges over the 12 tribes of Israel. If they lost their memory, they wouldn't have any wisdom to use. So, how can you judge without having any wisdom? I ask you that. How can you be a judge without having wisdom? You wouldn't know the right judgments of God. So they would have to have the wisdom that the previously acquired. They would have to be who they are because they are specifically, appointed for this task. Also, another example would be at the Mount of Transfiguration. We see that Moses and Elijah were recognized by Peter, James, and John. We read this in Matthew 17, 1 to 4. And after 6 days, Jesus take Peter, James, and John his brother, bringing him up into a high mountain apart, and transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses, Elias, or Elijah, talking with him. And Peter answered and said unto Jesus, Lord, is it good for us to be here? If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias or Elijah. So you see, they recognized them so much that they believed these individuals were the real deal. They were who they were, so much that they asked Jesus if they should build tabernacles for each of them. They wanted to pay respect to them because they were the holy prophets of old. So I don't think we'll lose all of our memories when we go to heaven, because if we did, we would lose what makes us the kind of person that we are. We'll lose that part of us that sets us apart, that gives us our personality, our personhood. If we lose all our memories, our personalities will go with it. Our personality is what sets us apart from other individuals. Personhood is what makes you you. It's your identity as a person. So if you forget who you are, your identity has changed. So how do we know we keep our memories in heaven? Well, for the very fact God wants to have a relationship with us. If we forget who we are, how can God have a relationship with us? It would be a superficial relationship. God having a relationship with someone who has amnesia, how would that relationship work? Think about it. If God wipes our memories clean, we wouldn't even know God. We wouldn't even be ourselves. How can we be ourselves? If we forget who we are, our personalities are gone. So if God were to have a relationship with us, we have to be the person he built that relationship with. We have to be that person that God built that relationship with. So, so you see, it's the past pain and sorrow and the evil of the world. We will no longer have to deal with that. That is what's um, will not be remembered. We will remember it because the the magnificence of um, and the majesty of the eternal state the majesty of the glory of that eternal state will be so great. We will not remember it. We won't have to think about it. We won't even have to deal with what is it, because death is swallowed up in victory and done away with. We will be forever immortal, and um, sin was done away with, and death and Hades will be thrown in the lake of fire, and so it'll no longer, it'll be, God will deal with it, it'll be done away with. So this eternal state, the new heaven, the earth, be so much greater. So we will never remember those things. But we, in eternity, when God sets His kingdom up on earth, on the new heaven and earth, we'll be forever living with him and enjoying his company, and we're enjoying that finally enjoy that relationship we built with him on earth, on the old earth, to its entirety, to its totality. So we we keep our memories and identities, because to have a relationship with God, we have to be who who the person that God built that relationship with. We have to actually know God. So you see, that's what we will be able to recognize each other, because we'll be who we are, and that doesn't change, because we'll be forever enjoying be living with God in His kingdom, um, praising Him, knowing Him to its totality. And so hopefully this helps you to sort this out, to give you comfort, and give you knowledge, and to rest assured this is what we'll be able to recognize each other, know each other, enjoy each other forever. And that's what um, we can rest assured about on this issue. So we'll see you next time. Thank you and take care.